Hey guys, so how do I know that Disney Onward is already a flop? How am I the first person to, well, maybe not the first person, I can't say that. Other people are probably typing up their articles as we speak. Well, I was sitting here on thenumbers.com, so when you go to this um, website, you're presented with sort of like the first couple of um, items in the current chart, and you just read up at above it, and you figure out which chart you're looking at. So this is Friday's chart, right? And the instant that Onward numbers were posted, I went live. Okay. Now, how do I know that Onward is a flop? Well, first of all, I'm not the only one. Onward. News. Um, okay, so I'm not getting the in my face correct information. Casting a spell with $40 million box office opening. That's not true. Okay? That is incorrect. So, Variety, you are the shilliest of the shills, and we all know this. And here you go. Um, so 18 hours ago, before the Friday numbers came out, now it's going to get close to 40 million. It is going to get close to 40 million. Close to it. Which is a bomb. Close to $40 million for a Disney Pixar film equals a disaster. Okay? Chris Pratt, Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever guy, and Spider-Man weren't able to to provide the star power to. And by the way, this Tom Holland Spider-Man boy, he also flopped with another animated film um, at the end of last year called Spies in Disguise, and he was working with Will Smith. So it's time to cancel Tom Holland. He's not a draw. I think he's kind of a pretty boy, and maybe he's a good Spider-Man. The super mega Spider-Man purists, like the super mega fans, do not like this depiction of Spider-Man. But I don't have a problem with him. My problem is that I am completely checked out of comic book movies. I'm checked out of Hollywood, really. Now I just report on, if something good happens, right? If something good happens, then I will yippity yap about it. But there ain't much good going on. All of your major wide releases. Now, maybe this is my problem. I'm going to admit right now that I am probably my own problem. Because I am literally just looking at wide releases and the biggity big films. Like, there's a movie called The Way Back. The Way Back, right? And I don't even know if The Way Back is a good movie, and I don't care about it because I'm focusing on Disney. Maybe I'm the a-hole. Because it's not just even that. It's more than that. The Way Back. So The Way Back is, according to this little old website, is getting good reviews, good, right? But I'm focused on Onward, the Disney biggity big movie called Onward. And I should be maybe focusing on The Way Back, a story about, sort of like a parallel story about Ben Affleck, or this guy in the movie, becoming a loser, mega drunk loser bum, and then he tries to put his life back together again. And I don't know. I guess maybe he Ben Affleck himself. I don't know. I don't really care. Went down the bottle route. He became an alcoholic, and then maybe he came back. I don't know if he's back. Anyway, he did this movie. So again, I don't know the details. I don't really care about Ben Affleck's personal life, but let's just pretend it's all on the uppity. I don't know about Ben's politics, so I don't know, which is a good thing. I shouldn't really know about your politics, and that equals a good thing. I should not know your politics just because you're an actor, even an A-list actor. I should not know them. Shut up about your politics. Just make good movies, and leave your politics out of the fucking movie. It's either that or, are you... See, here's the question, right? Do you not want right-wing people to come and see your movies? Are you trying to repel right-wing people? Are you trying to gross them out and kick them out? Are you trying to actually, abandon right-wing people? You are actively seeking to not want them in the movie theater, because that's exactly what you're doing every time you open your mouth with your lefty, anything. Blah, 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 blah. So when this industry fails, which I don't think you understand the significance, let me just spell it out for you right now. This weekend, listen to me very carefully. This weekend, the death of Hollywood becomes mainstream. This weekend, I'm going to say it again, this weekend, the first full weekend of March 2020, marks the beginning of the obvious. Okay, so when Blockbuster Video was going bankrupt because nobody was renting movies, because Netflix took over, and then people were buying their own movies instead of renting them. There was many years of, oh my God, how do we change our business? How do we change our business? How do we change our business? We're starting to lose a little bit of money. How do we change our business? How do we change the business? How do we modify? How do we do this? How do we cut down? How do we bring people back? A failing industry, video rental stores. And there was many years of that. But then, boom, Blockbuster, like the stock charts, the money graphs, right? They all of a sudden, there is such a biggity big drop to the negative, drop, that is undeniable. So that biggity, even though the death has been long in coming, it has been in the works, and people in the know have seen the decline, and there's nothing that can be changed. They're just trying to salvage what they can, try to patch the holes, save it, but there's nothing that could be done. At the end of the day, nothing could be done for the video rental store, the movie rental store. The internet was too biggity big. Purchasing movies became cheaper, so the video rental store went, disappeared. But not overnight. Nothing happened overnight. Like I said, the death was secured long before it actually became mainstream information. But there was a biggity big moment in the whole thing. Year, decline, 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 decline. But then, boom, punch right in the face, right? On the front page of everything, all the things. Blockbuster, um, uh, I don't know, let's just say Blockbuster to close 500 stores. The end, like, I don't know exactly what the biggity big information in front of all the faces exactly was back in the day, but it became mainstream knowledge information. It was an undeniable fact. The numbers, just like I said, the industry got a great big punch in the face, a bloody nose, a black eye, right? And it was an undeniable, like, they've been patching holes and trying to fix and obscure and maybe downsizing a bit and trying to fix and continue, and oh my goodness, what do we, all the busy bees flying all over the place trying to salvage this sinking ship. Like the Titanic, right? Well, I don't know if they were, just like a sinking boat. They were trying to bail out. But then, okay, just think of your, a rowboat that's got a hole in it and you're bailing all the water out. But then all of a sudden, and you're like, oh, we'll be fine. We're just going to keep bailing the boat out. But then all of a sudden, you see a crack in the hull appear. You see a crack in the boat, like a biggity big crack, right? And you were like, oh fuck, we can't deny it anymore. See that crack? This boat is gonna crack in half. There's no way we won't be able to bail out anymore. See that crack? See that crack in the boat. That crack. It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The boat is going to split in two, and then there's going to be no more boat. Well, the boat will become driftwood. Now, that crack is what I'm talking about. That's the metaphor for this weekend. This weekend equals that crack. This weekend equals that crack. Everybody's eyeballs are going to be looking at that as, well, if your eyeballs are even looking at things. Maybe you just don't care. You're off in your stripper club, or you're busy with your kids, or you're just doing whatever it is that you're doing. But that crack is going to be seen by the entire world, and then everybody's go, oh, fuck, what's going on over here? And then more eyeballs will move in. More, eyeball. And then they can, if you have a brain, if you are a smarty person, then you will be able to take a look at the industry. Take a look at it again. And then you'll go, it's dead. This crackety crack, this biggity big crack down the boat is this weekend in Hollywood. Now, 20th Century Fox saw the writing on the wall a long time ago, and they suckered Disney into buying him for a lot of money. They saw the writing on the wall, and they got out early. They got all their money. They got all of their money. Because they got out early before people saw it. Before people saw, the collapse of the industry. The collapse of the video rental store. The collapse of MySpace. The collapse of, the blacksmith. Right? Once upon a time, the only way to see at night was to light candles, so there was candles everywhere. Well, once they invented electricity, the candles, the candle industry went not away, but now it's just a specialty kind of cool thing. But before, it was a necessity in every home every night, right? Candles or lanterns. Fires in the fireplace. natural light. So all sorts of things go bye-bye, and it happens. It's just technology. It's nothing stays the same. It's just the continuation of all the things. And honestly, I do think like 20th Century Fox suckered Bob Iger and Disney into buying their shit at a premium price. And they were smart. They got out early. Listen to me carefully. They saw exactly what I'm telling you. They saw the bailing of the boats, and then they were like, fuck, see that? They're bailing the boat out. Let's take a good hard look at our own industry and our own business. And they're like, there's no future here. The industry equals zero in maybe 10. Well, it's going to go bankrupt in 10 years, 20 years. It will no longer be there, or it'll be a shell of its former self. Achoo! Now. Lots of reasons for it. Okay? Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of reasons. The biggest reasons have nothing to do with Hollywood, the people in Hollywood. As much as I despise them and their leftist politics and all of that BS, all of that crap that they bring to the table, and they are making things worse. Absolutely. And if you were to snap your fingers and you converted all of them into perfect employees, snap the fingers, and I mean snap, magical, snap, they're all perfect employees that shut up about politics, respect the fans, and are goody good in everything, like your waitress serving food at the restaurant, who keeps her mouth shut. She just does her job and shuts up. If you did the magic snap, and they all instantly became perfect employees, well, there could be maybe an argument that maybe Hollywood could save itself. It's possible. Because then we would like them and we would want them to succeed, and then we would genuinely be getting off our asses to go support their projects and their movies and blah blah blah. But that magical snap is not going to happen, and it is a far remote, and really it's just going to elongate it. I don't, it's possible. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, if I snap my fucking fingers right now and magically all of the brains of all of the people in Hollywood turn into good, just employees, maybe that could fix everything. But I don't think so. I think their biggest competitions are things like video games. I think just the general, like multiculturalism means people stay at home more. That's the way it is, folks. Multiculturalism is not a strength. It makes people want to not go out and do the happy, joy of community things as much as they used to in a homogeneous society. So they stay home more, so that means they don't go to the movie theaters, and they just click on the buttons on the things to watch their movies and the TVs shows. It's just something that happens. You can yippity-yap all you want about the yippity-yap. I don't care. Facts don't care about your feelings. So, just, all the things, It's like their mouth is also creating a country that doesn't really go towards the movie. And, it's like Africa. How much money did Black Panther, the movie, the Disney Marvel movie called Black Panther, make in Africa? Zero. There's no, it's all black people there over there. Well, it's mostly black people over there in Africa. How much were they happy to see the movie? No, it doesn't exist. No movie theaters over there. No extra cashola to go see movies. But whatever. Anyway, I'm not getting into all that. This weekend last year was Captain Marvel, $150 million opening. And what do we have? What is Disney giving us this year? Is Onward, a shitty shit show. Who, in the beginning. Oh, so now it's at $48 million projection. But then the news, NEWS, out there on planet Earth today, right this second, is saying 40 million. And then right after that, they're like, oh well, it's going to struggle to hit 40 million. But what was it back in in the beginning? Well, we can figure it out. Here's my website, and then I just have to go down to the bottom, click on more sort. So this is the very Box Office Pro does predictions, and it says between 50 and 60 million. And usually you just cut it right in half, right in the middle. So they're projecting $60 million opening. $60 million opening weekend. Well, then it got adjusted down, and then it got adjusted down and down and down, and now it's not even it's gonna struggle to hit 40. Here we have Onward. Now this 12 million also includes the preview numbers. So we have to take, so I'm going to just show you how to do the math. You got 2 million here, right? 2 million in previews. That's what the P is for. Technically, they count Thursdays. There is a Thursday cashola number, but they don't call it, they don't count it for Thursday. They add it to Friday because they want a biggity big number for the weekend. Just because it's marketing, it's free advertising, it's just manipulating it. It's stupid. Let's be honest, it's just stupid. But this stupid, like technically, Hollywood calls a weekend Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's a 3-day weekend. Weekends are only 48 hours long. We all know that. All of us with Monday to Friday jobs, we all know it's a 5 days work week and then a 2-day weekend, but Hollywood calls it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we all understand why. But then they add Thursday to that, and then if Thursday sells out, then they'll push previews to Wednesday, and if that sells out, they'll push it to Tuesday. For example, Avengers Endgame. I'm pretty sure that previews for Avengers Endgame just got pushed back to Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 5 days. No, 6 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, 6 days. All got squished together for the opening weekend. And just whatever you have to say about that. It's just important to remember that when they say opening weekend, their definition of weekend is whatever the fuck. It's certainly not a 48-hour period, which is Saturday and Sunday. That's the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. But not for them. Anyway, so you subtract 2 million from that and you're down with 10, right? And then you triple it. So you got $10 million, whatever it makes in the weekend or on Friday. Friday numbers. Friday numbers. Okay? And these are all estimates, right? Because they don't actually do the actual super mega figure numbers until Monday, like late in the day on Monday. These are estimates, but their estimates are really good. Really, 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 really good. I don't know how or why, and why don't they just get the accurate numbers, and why they squish out the estimates rather than the actual numbers. I don't know why, because maybe it's people don't want to work on the weekend to actually do all the numbery stuff, or they're too busy to get it perfect, so they just throw out estimate. I don't know. But anyway, so you bring this, so this is a new movie. So the new means that this also includes the preview numbers. Okay? So you have to subtract preview. For this one, The Invisible Man, it's been out for an entire week. It started last weekend. This has already been around. So there's no preview numbers included in this, right? No preview numbers. Okay, no previews. No, zero. Okay, no preview numbers. That's important. So you can take this number and triple it. Take this number, triple it. That's what it's going to make this weekend. You take the Friday estimate. This is as soon as everything. Okay. Now, and just like this one, it's take off the 2 million from the preview, so you're left with 10. Triple it. Now, one thing, you do have to take a look at the type of movie, the type of a movie. Okay? There are exceptions to all of these rules, and you can, waver in and out. You got to use your brain. You got to understand. This is Friday, so that means Friday night, because the kids were in school. This is a kid movie. This is a little boy and a little girl movie. So most of the little boy and little girl movies are Saturday during the day, Sunday during the day, during the daytime. So this is Friday, and we know that this is Friday evening, mostly. So we can subtract the previews, bring it back down to 10 million, but the weekend is going to be a little more than normal because you still got Saturday and Sunday to go, and it's a kids movie. Kids movie, I'm going to say it again, those kids go to see movies during the day. So you can maybe a little bit more than triple it. You can take the 10 million and triple it and go a little higher. I don't know how much higher, 10, 20%, but it's not going to hit 40 million. Onward. See here's the Hollywood, it's battling to hit, it's struggling. And they're blaming coronavirus, which is not true. 37 to 40 million. And once again, in the beginning, it was 60 million. And at the current, 37 to 40, it's going to struggle to even hit 40. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. And this is just the beginning, folks. Okay, so what am I talking about? This ideological Pixar movie is A, not very good. It's not getting very good reviews. And B, it has got the LGBT. There's people out there that are boycotting the movie because of the gay stuff. And there's people that are really, really, really creeped out about a kids movie, a kid Pixar movie, a little boy, little girl kids movie with just dad pants. Dad pants. In the movie, the two brothers try to bring back their father from the dead, and they fuck it up, so they only bring him back halfway, and it's just his pants. Dad's body is cut in half, and the top half doesn't exist yet, it's just the bottom half. So the entire movie, your eyeballs are drawn to Daddy Crotch. Dad Pee-Pee. The cock of the father. I don't know how blunt do I need to make this to you. Dad Crotch. A kids movie that the kids in the audience, their eyeballs are sucked into Dad Pee-Pee. Dad Crotch. That's gross. It's creepy. It's fucking gross. It's disgusting. Why is Disney? Why did Disney think this was a good idea? A movie about dad pants, where the audience, the kids in the audience, their eyeballs are drawn, are sucked into dad pee-pee for most of the movie. Dad is on screen, and he's just a crotch. He's a cock. He's a bulge. Okay, now, whatever you have to say about that, I don't care. Dad crotch. A lot of people who have seen the movie and just go, "Wow, that's really creepy. It's kind of gross." That I'm sitting here with my kid and we're staring at dad crotch. The movie is not about dad crotch, but it kind of is about dad crotch. A main character in this movie is dad crotch. Sure, knees and feet and legs and stuff, but I mean, the movie is literally funneling your eyeball attention to dad crotch. And this is Disney. And then you add in the "I'm a lesbian" stuff, right? I'm a lesbian. And then you go, wow, there's certainly an agenda. Whatever you got to say about that. I mean, Disney is just getting gayer and gayer and gayer and gayer. That's for damn sure. Avengers Endgame is bringing in the gay, and Star Wars is bringing in the gay. They just keep bringing it in, trickle it in, and then how far are we going to go down this road? Well, now we got a movie where kid eyeballs are sucked into staring at dad pee-pee, dad's crotch. You say, well, that's nothing. It's just a funny gag. It's a funny joke. And they're just being funny. Gary, you're reading too much into it. Fine. Say that. Think that. But every single time we bring up the agenda in Hollywood, you keep saying that, oh, come on. Don't be, you're overreacting. Stop it. But then it happens. And then what we were worried about, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, is now normalized, and it's a thing. And then you keep pushing it and keep pushing it and keep pushing it. And then you just, as you keep slowly push, at every step along the way, you say, don't worry about, come on, Gary, you're just being over excited. You're just being, right? But then it becomes normalized. And then I say, okay, well, maybe I am just being a bigot or a stupid head. And then I back off, and then you do it, and then you just push that a little bit more, and then more, and then more, and then more, and then more. And then you got Cinderella's fairy godmother being played by a gay black man, a super mega gay black man. Oh, Gary, you're just thinking, just stop being so just. You shut up and just let the lefties do the child rearing, even though they don't have any children, because they abort them all, or they just don't want them, or whatever. Yeah, just let the lefties raise the children with their Disney movies now. Because they're experts at raising children because they don't have any. That makes them experts. Okay, whatever, right? So, anyway, again, that's how you do it. You just subtract the preview info, preview numbers, which, once again, there's the preview numbers, $2 million, right? 2 million, take that off, that's 10.1 million. Forget about the 0.1 because we're just rounding out, and then triple it. Now, this is a kids movie, so it'll do better on Saturday and Sunday than usual. But then you can just look elsewhere. 37 to 40, It was previously tracking between 40 and 45. And yeah, they're going to blame, of course they're going to blame this, right? because that's what they do, deflect. But when I take a look at, the decline, I have been following the decline of Hollywood since the beginning. I give a kudos, a big, 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 biggity, big, big, big thumbs up to the guys at Fox who were able to get out, who saw the writing on the wall, just like I'm telling you about the writing on the wall. They saw the bailing out of the boat, and they were like, oh fuck, we got to get out of here, while somebody is still stupid enough to pay a lot of money for our shit, 20th Century Fox and all the other things. By the way, the movie theater is dying. Physical copies of like DVDs and Blu-rays are dying, and traditional broadcast television is dying. All at the same, like they're all. This isn't just movie theaters. This is an entire industry shakeup. Nobody is talking about it. It needed to be. See, like, if people were properly had the information inside of their brains, they would have been like the Fox people long time ago. They were like, oh fuck, this industry is dead. We gotta, but whatever. It takes a while for people, and some people don't believe it. Some people won't believe you until it's right in front of their face, right? Until it's right in front of their face. They won't believe. They're too stupid to see it, or they just don't understand enough. They don't care. Not caring is a big deal. That's most of it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with not caring. Don't care. Fine. Go off and just do your job and have a nice life with your family. And I'm not being facetious. I mean, like, literally. Not everybody can be an expert in everything or everywhere and everything and right? Have your specialty. Do your thing. Do your life in your way. And maybe that doesn't include understanding, the entertainment industry the way I do. Fine. It's all good. Thumbs up. You go do you. Well, this weekend, the division between the separation between last year and this year becomes so fucking big. Last year was a shit show, even with all the Disney hits, all of the A-list A game that Disney brought to the table. It still was a flop of a year. Just another absolute decline. And I think last year was telling. Your triple A game content, Lion King, Avengers, Captain Marvel, or just Marvel in general, Spider-Man, even the flops, X-Men, Godzilla, Terminator, all of your A game, right? And there was a Fast and the Furious, all of the A game, everything, right? Now, and then you add, there's nothing like that this year. In fact, they've already killed, let's be honest, there was only one biggity big A game in springtime, March, April, right? Only one, March, April. This is when you're supposed to start to make money. The box office is supposed to recover from January, February, where everybody's broke and no to the movie theater. You got the leftovers from, Christmas, the AAA titles from leftover from Christmas, and that's about it. Well, there's that one A game was the 007, No Time to Die. And it said, fuck this, and it's out. And guess what? Here's the first flop of the year. Here's the first Disney flop of the year. And at the end of the month, Mulan, guess what? That's another flop. Now, don't get me wrong. Coronavirus is going to add to the picture, but everybody is going to be talking about that by itself. Everybody is going to blame the failure of Hollywood on coronavirus. My tinfoil hat says, hey, is this a false flag? Is this an invention to just pad out the collapse of Hollywood? To excuse the collapse of Hollywood? That's my tinfoil hat talking. But I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I am not going there. Okay? It's a possibility. Anything is a possibility when you have evil, 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 evil people in charge of doing things. Anything is possible. But I'm not going to go there. My brain is not going there. I presented it to you as a piece of BS tinfoil hat conspiracy gobbledygook, and you should too. Anyway, so but never let something like this. If you can push off the blame to something else, you're certainly going to. Blame them, blame them, right? Just push off the blame. It can't be my fault. It can't be our fault. It's got to be something else's fault. Well, I guess they found their thing to blame. That's for darn sure. And it looks like that's going to be the thing. Now, I'm not saying that it's not having an effect. It absolutely is. Real or imaginary. If this is a real thing, it's having an effect. And if it's an imaginary thing, it's still having an effect. Like, I want you to put something inside your head. This is the biggest thing there is. And I'm not going to go down the road all the way that you need to understand this piece of philosophy information. Whether it's real or imagined, it's the same thing. So I could present to you a fake anything, a bullshit anything. And if you believe it, it's the same as if it's real. If I told you that in the shadow, in every shadow of every tree, there's a monster that wants to kill you, and you believe it, then but you just can't see it, then the monster in the shadow of every tree is real because you believe it's real. That's a super mega interesting philosophical idea. And you have to be super, super, super smart to understand what I just said, and you have to be a deep thinker. But it doesn't matter. The coronavirus, if it's real, just put this in your head. If it's real, it's affecting planet Earth. If it's not real, it's still affecting planet Earth. Because people think that it is real, right? So it doesn't matter if it is real or it's not real. Or if it is a big threat or it's not a big threat. It's still, it's affecting what it affects. And like I said, it looks like they're gonna use it as their failure. This is the spot in the movie where they start to create Dad again. They bring Dad back to life, but only bring back his pants, the lower half of him. So obviously there's no head, so they can't talk, and ba. And these pants, this magic thing, creates half of their father, and it's just the feet, and the legs, and the butt and the crotch, and your eyeballs are going to be staring at Dad crotch for the entire movie. And this is brought to you by the wonderful people over there at Disney Pixar. And then they're gonna, more. There's a white person. Oh, by the way, you know how they, like, for example, in the Cinderella, the fairy godmother is now a gay black man, right? A super mega gay black man. And I did one of these. Mulan, come on. Look at that. Now I'm just gonna Asian, 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 Asian. Asian, Asian, Asian. A different type of Asian, but Asian, Asian, Asian. Different type of Asian. Asian. Different type of Asian, Asian. It's weird with the left and their diversity quotas and their box ticking, 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 ticking the boxes. In this movie, they didn't feel the need, maybe because that everybody was Asian. You don't need diversity in an Asian movie. Hmm? They wanted to be authentic to the Asian, 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 Asian. Is that it? What's going on here? Why does the diversity words? I wonder how many of them are gay. Are we gonna have some gay stuff in the Mulan movie? Is there any gay anywhere? How about the black people? No, what? No black people in the cast of Mulan? Isn't that racist? Isn't that what we're told? No black people in Mulan? Where's the white people? Don't they want to have, spice it up with some diversity? No freckly faced white Irish redheads in this movie? No? Okay, well, yeah, these just, it seems like very homogenous. It's like sometimes all one race of people is a goody good thing to the diversity lovers, and sometimes it's not. We all know, right? It's like diversity just means less white people. But I still want to hear them talk themselves out of no black people. That's going to be interesting, right? How are you gonna? How is Disney going? Well, how is Disney going to yippity yap about their love for diversity and all of their diversity with no black people going on, eh? Mm? It's because, well, we got all sorts of brown people. So when you add 5 brown people together, you get 1 black person. So that's how we tick boxes. Yes, it's unfortunate that we don't have any black people, but all the brown people make up for that. So that's how we're going to do it. And what about the gay stuff? Well, there's kind of like gay undertones to this film already, so we didn't feel like we needed to add any more. Are you just pandering to China and the Asian audience, and really you're just being bigots against white people in general? No. Well, we're not going to admit it anyway. Because you're a white person, of course you would not understand how we do diversity over here. Of course you're not supposed to understand because you're a stupid white man. Anyway, so what happened last year? Okay, so let's talk about the comparison of the box. See, remember I said the crack in the boat? There was the people bailing out the boat, seeing the hole in the boat, and they've been bailing out the water for a long time. It's like when sales weren't going up for Blockbuster anymore. They brought, remember, no late fees, no late fees. Well, the box office has been doing well. Just sign up for a subscription for $20 a month. You can see an unlimited number of movies, and so on and so on. And then they do partnerships with everybody that will fucking have them. Do this and buy that, and then you get a free movie ticket or 50% off, or all the whatevers, and it didn't work. It's been declining for 20 years. Last year, the first biggity big movie of the year was Captain Marvel. Okay, the first biggity big movie of last year happened. Dum, 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 the first weekend of March. Okay? The first week at 20 million, 20.7 million preview. 20.7 million. At 61 million Friday. Onward did a 12 million Friday versus the 62 million. And the preview was 2 million versus 20. The first biggity big movie of last year happened at the beginning of March. Look at that date, March 7. March 7. Previews. 20.7 million. A massive opening. An opening weekend for this movie was 153 million. Say what you want about the movie, I don't care. Say what you want about Brie Larson. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about last year at this time, even though, the Disney movie made 150 million. It's not even going to make 50. It's not even going to make 40. At first, long time ago, they were trying to pretend or think that it might get to 60. But down. Everything is down. It's downer than down. Their brain just can't comprehend how down everything is going to get. And they try to say biggity big numbers in order to encourage people to go. Because it's like, oh, well, if it's big, it's like when you drive down the street and you pass a restaurant, okay? And there's no cars in the parking lot. 0 cars in the parking lot. 0. You go, oh, well, that restaurant probably sucks. You don't spend any time thinking about it. It's just like that subliminal slides right into your head without you even knowing it. That restaurant probably sucks. Well, somebody just came up my driveway. That's why I'm distracted. I don't know if it's for me or for my neighbor. We share a driveway. Anyway, so again, we don't know. We don't know. Is this going to be, I forget what I was talking about. Oh, so yeah, you drive by a restaurant, nobody in the parking lot. It must be because it sucks. It could be a great restaurant, but they're just struggling. I will tell this to every person on planet Earth, every single one of you. You know what you want to do? You want to fucking get your employees to park out front. Park, and you want to know something? If you need to get some families or something, it's like, hey, you got a car that you don't use, it doesn't really work. Can you just come over and park it in the parking lot? Something. You got to get cars in your parking lot. For the reason I just said. Now, maybe you have to move them around and sort of trick. Maybe you can shake a hand with a car person like that sells used cars. Can you please we just need some cars in our parking lot, but I don't have a whole lot of money. What can I do? Now, I don't want a for sale sign on the car, but if you've got an excess of vehicles that can't fit on your lot, maybe you could use my parking lot for now until I get busier. Again, have your employees park out front. Super park out front. Just parking. That's a thing. It is absolutely a thing. I will tell you that nightclubs, when you go to the bar, when you're not a little kid, when you're a very, very young adult and you want to drink all your, 20s away, you drink and get drunk and you go to the bar, and you party, 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 and you know, check out the chicks, and they check you out, and then you dance and you party, 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 right? All that. When you go to the nightclubs, oftentimes they will manufacture a line out front. They could put you inside. They could just let you in. But they don't, because they want to manufacture a line. Why? Because at least in Toronto, there was a bar area, nightclub area. We called it the bar district. Different nightclubs. So when you were driving around, you would see the lineup and go, hey, that's the super mega hot spot to go. That's the one where everybody wants to go to, so let's go to that one. It's as simple as that. They will literally lose out on money on the inside to fake popularity on the outside. It's a thing. Now, so that's why they want the big numbers. It's just a thing. People are drawn to where other people's are drawn. If you, I'm serious, if you were to just be, you know, people are just hanging out, just doing their things, right? But you were to somehow, some way, some shape, some form, you know, point in a random direction and go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And everybody points, you know, like, sorry, you and your friend point, talking, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, point, and you're pointing at nothing. Your attention, you will draw the attention of the people around you, and they will look where you're looking. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, look, 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 look. And there's nothing to look at, but they'll still all do it. Right? It's just a psychological thing. It's just what we do. We're human. And all these people that are trying to sell you shit, they know how to do it. And again, so if you have a restaurant and you're struggling and there's no cars in the parking lot, somehow, some shape, some form, get automobiles into that parking lot. Do it. That's the biggest thing you can do. Get automobiles in the parking lot. Just pretend you're, even if it's just a couple, you know, whatever. It's just got to be done. There's other things to do too, but I'm telling you, driving by a restaurant with an empty parking lot is a death sentence. This is why plazas often do well, because there's all sorts of cars maybe doing the other businesses, so you can feed off of the other parking lot people. I'm not joking. Anyway, so yes, at first it was 60. Now, at last year it was 150. Look at that box office for just this particular movie. Now, this particular weekend, right, happened a little later than this. So by mid next week, so after both weekends, last year's 2019's last year's weekend and this year's weekend, which is the #1 movie is going to be Onward, but it's going to very drastically underperform. So you've got Captain Marvel versus Onward, and you still have, Bad Boys for Life was the movie that sort of saved January and February. Bad Boys for Life is the sort of biggity big hit. But it's not a super mega hit, right? But it did well enough. But that's it. That's all there is. The separation between Captain Marvel and Onward, Captain Marvel 2019 and Onward 2020, and then you move on and they took out No Time to Die. They took out 007. That was the only biggity big thing for March and April. And then Mulan is going to tank. There's lots of reasons to hate Mulan. There's lots of reasons to hate Hollywood in general and the left and everything. But I mean, and then you add on top of all of this stuff the coronavirus. You add on to that coronavirus, then okay, this is the crack in the boat that everybody's eyeballs go to see. It's undeniable. The separation between last year and this year is going to become so big, and there's going to be nothing to save it. Is there going to be a couple of hits? I don't even. I'm the answer is, I don't think so. I think that's the end. This is the crack in the boat that, like, I thought it was going to happen last year. Honestly, I did. But I underestimated comic book fans and Marvel fans and Avengers Endgame and Captain Marvel. And the fucking Lion King remake. I underestimated all that. I was like, everybody, they're sick of comic book movies, and they're sick of these shitty remakes, inferior remakes. But I was wrong. They weren't. But guess what? They don't have these A-list comic book movies. Well, you can call Black Widow A-list if you want, but she's not. Nobody even knew what that Black Widow thing was before. And do they care? Well, we'll find out. But, big fat dumb brother. Of course, the man in this movie is big fat dumb guy, right? Just like your every sitcom on television, the wife is the super smart, rational, reasonable one, and the husband is a big fat dumb guy, right? And then Wonder Woman, there's a lot of things that aren't going well with that. And actually, even this No Time to Die, a lot of things not going. I won't be going to see Tenet. I won't be going to see Top Gun because Tom Cruise and his Scientology. That's a boycott from me. And Tenet, the Denzel Washington's son, who has done nothing but I hate white people movies. His own life failed, crashed and burned. So a couple years ago, he called up his dad and said, "Hey, can you make me an actor?" And then Denzel Washington said, "Let me make a few phone calls." So he comes to Hollywood, and he does nothing but I hate white people movies to the extreme. I forget what his first name is, but anyway, this is Denzel. His last name is Washington. He is Denzel Washington's son. So this is nepotism. And then you have his co-star is Sparkly Vampire. So Sparkly I'm pretty sure it is. Sparkly Vampire and Denzel Washington's son, who has done nothing up until this point except racial grievance movies. He's been doing nothing but white people suck movies. White people suck. White people suck. White people suck. Here, how can we tell a new movie about how much white people suck? And again, I don't know, right? I'm not going to get into the politics of all this bullshit right here. You probably just agree with it, and you're just like, yeah, but white people do suck, so that's why they keep making movies about it. And then I say, well, why don't you move to Africa then? And then they go, because white people already ruined Africa, and then it just goes on forever, right? It's just the dummies of the left, right? So now, is this movie, Tenet, going to be a racial grievance movie? Is this going to be another I hate white people movie? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think Christopher Nolan is going to do that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care. But whatever. So what is, like, no, it's over, folks. Now, again, they're going to keep blaming, they're going to blame um, the coronavirus. They're going to blame the coronavirus. But is that honest? No, of course not. They've ruined every single franchise there is. Aliens is dead. And Aliens has been dead for a long time. Those fucking movies don't even make sense. They don't even care. Nobody cares. Um, uh, Terminator is dead. It's not just the last one. Terminator 3 was kind of on the fence. Mostly, I didn't like it. I was like, oh. Everything since 2000 has been nothing but shit. Downhill, downhill, downhill. But now that the bottom has fallen out of the entertainment industry, nobody wants to watch TV anymore except for sports and reality shows. They're going to blame us, or they're all of a sudden, now that they've got an excuse. The beer flu from China. Right? They're going to blame that. No, television viewership is in the toilet. You turned on everybody. Look at Doctor Who. You would think your the television should be, people are sitting at home more. Right? Nope. Nope, that's not happening, folks. So, what am I using for my chat? I don't know. YouTube? I should break this out. Come on, people. Give me money. Give me all your money. There's a PayPal link in the description so that I can buy. And with it, I will buy a new mouse. Come on. Where is my thing? You kidding? See, this is my freaking mouse crap. But unit kills. Okay. And to make matters even worse, okay, so this week, right, you've got Onward, which is flopping. The Way Back, a Friday night, 2.6 million. Oof. Okay, so let's just take a look at the what they were projecting, like on Wednesday. Now, I don't know if this is a reputable website. People use it, whatever. I don't know. So this is a site that does the things, does the predictions, and it seems like they're pretty close to what the world is talking about. Thursday's so they're revising it downward. Again, they started out way biggity big, big, big. So, nobody loves me enough to chat. Also, Marvel is honestly fucked. If they go down, yeah, I agree. Marvel is toast. Marvel is screwed. It's all screwed, though. See, it's the entire entertainment industry. These people will go out there and accept their little awards and be lefty, 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 right? You see, here's the problem with stupidity, and they don't understand the collapse of their own industry. This is what I've been saying, okay? People have been bailing out the boat, the Hollywood boat, for a long time. The the attendance has here. Watch, look at this. Here is the actual theatrical market. The attendance um, has been going down the toilet. This is the attendance. Up, 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 up. The tippity top, now the blue line. We're only looking at the blue line. So the blue line is 1.576 million or billion tickets sold in the domestic market. But it's been declining, steadily declining every year. Even with last year's super mega hits like Avengers Endgame, right? And Lion King. It's been completely declining. I don't know what you mean by, but people will lose interest. Yeah, they completely. On top of it's just the entire industry is failing. They're not putting out good quality product. They're shitting on the fans. Just take a look at Doctor Who. Take a look at um, yes, I agree. Endgame was kind of crappy. It was like you want it. Okay, what is Endgame about? It's first of all, nobody's been able to explain the time travel. I have not been able to understand the time travel. Time travel. Yep, identity politics. They're bringing gays into everything. You know, like the new Disney movie. Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. We're on the same page, brother or sister. Unit kills. Yeah, I completely agree. Hollywood has alienated their audience. They have lost sight of what their job is. Do you remember when Joaquin Phoenix got up there and he said, "Oh, I'm so glad for this industry. I'm so glad you gave me this trophy, so that I could tell you to not put milk in your coffee because you're raping cows." He literally explained the problem with Hollywood, or at least the people in it. They use it as a pedestal, as a megaphone for their own personal politics, and it should not be done. I completely agree with you. Hollywood and the people in it have lost sight of what they're doing. You can do politics correctly, absolutely. You can put politics in your films correctly, but not the way the left does it. See, there's a difference between um, uh, loving black people, like uplifting black people, and hating white people. There's a difference between empowering women and just turning them into men with boobs. Like they don't know how to do it. It is. It's like NPC is just kind of blah 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 blah. The NPC meme is real. Yeah, video games are doing, like something has happened. Trump actually broke the left. It's true. Donald Trump broke left wing. Now, I am going to say that I think any Republican, um, hmm, I don't know what happened to your chats there. Oh, show. Yeah, man. Yeah, women are no longer women. They completely converted women into men that just happen to have boobs and no penis. I mean, when I see a man, um, I don't play video games, so I can't help you out with the video games. I know about them. I know that they exist. I have played them before, but I'm not a video game person. Like Nerdrotic, I don't play video games. Censorship. Well, see, yeah, I agree. But, censorship is when you choose A over B. Yeah, do it. Do it as much as you want. You should be free to do A and free to do B, but, people are free to choose one or the other. I don't believe in government censorship. Um, I do, um, hmm. The new stuff, okay, when I take a look at something new, what's the Captain Marvel? There's no soul to it. There's no spirit. You can just feel that the energy of the filmmakers and the people, it's just gone. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about video games. I don't really know video games at all. I've never really played them. I don't know them, but yeah, the Hollywood is tanking. Onward. This weekend, it's going to become mainstream information because the success of Captain Marvel versus the failure of Onward is going to separate the box office numbers so much that it's going to be undeniable. It's going to become mainstream information. I didn't see it. I'm done. I don't care about Spider-Man. There's too many comic book movies. I don't care about comic book movies. Hollywood has literally turned into comic book movies and kids movies. And there's just too many comic book movies. I don't care. I just don't care. It's an overdose. They overdosed me, a normie, who is not really a big comics person. They overdosed the normie on comic books. And none of them were really all that good. None of them are going to go down in history as like super, amazing in any way. Sure, they made money, but they're just throwaway popcorn flicks and that's it. Vacuous entertainment at best. And I would argue that the stories behind them are evil. Like that Infinity War, if you know the difference between the comic book and the actual movie, Infinity War was really a nod to zero population growth, environmental communists. It was an evil. Yeah, very boring. All the kids' movies last year in 2019, worse than what came before it. Even The Lion King, right? The original is better. Aladdin, the original was better. Um, Maleficent 2, Maleficent 1 was better. Frozen 2, Frozen 1 was better. Toy Story 4, Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 were better. Everything has gone downhill. Everything has gone downhill. Yes, a lot of it has to do with hype and trick, and just people are a creature of habit. And I have to be honest with you, it's, like wanting to take your kids out to have a nice day and get out of the house and go to a movie and grab some popcorn and sit with Pop and have a nice time at the movie theater. That is lovely. That's beautiful, in fact. That is a beautiful thing. And even if you're watching a not very good movie, well, chances are you and your kid had a nice time out, and you had a nice time, and you enjoyed each other. Yeah, Captain Marvel was crap. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't know about. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm more interested in the big picture than specific. You know, um, this year, the separation between the box office separation between 2019 and 2020 is going to become so big. Hollywood and the entertainment industry is losing billions, billions upon billions of dollars. Black Panther was, it was kind of, if you think about it too much, I was happy that black people had big smiles on their faces. They were really happy about an all-black Marvel comic book film. I was really happy. Seeing the smiles on black faces, that was a beautiful thing. It really was. But we have to be honest about the movie and the anti-white racism in the movie. The anti-white racism in the movie was, it wasn't massive, but it was certainly there. It was certainly present. Yeah, no, it's true. The the quality. It's not just the politics. Even sometimes I think that they are shoehorning in all the lefty politics to hopefully just get people talking about the movie, so that people come to see the movie. Just to create evil arguments out there on the internet world. Fight, 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 fight. At least they're talking about the movie. It's free publicity, free advertising, rage marketing, they call it. Just get everybody upset about the movie so they talk about it, so that at least somebody will come out and see it. Because, yes, I completely agree. The Hollywood machine is broken. The Hollywood machine is broken. They don't know how to make good movies anymore. I mean, where are the classics that are being made today? Where are the films that are literally so fucking beautiful that are just beautiful? Avengers Endgame was a good movie-going, watching experience, but it was not a good movie. I don't know. Like I said, I've checked out of comic book movies. I'm done. And the way Hollywood is acting, I've checked out of Hollywood altogether. I'm just documenting the fall of Hollywood. The transition from Hollywood successful. Actually, if you want to think about it, I will tell you how the rise of Hollywood was going, and then Star Wars, right? Boom, exploded. Exploded like nothing had ever exploded before. Star Wars exploded. And that was really the beginning of Hollywood. And then all the way through, and guess what? The rise of Skywalker is the end of Hollywood, marks the end. So literally, Star Wars, the first movie, and the ninth movie are bookends to really Hollywood. The beginning and the end of Hollywood you can mark with, now, it's not going to just disappear. Yeah, no, more people are getting hip to the tricks, and they're getting hip to the identity politics, and conservatives are staying away. Um, People are just doing other things, and which is great. People are getting sick of being lectured and told that they're evil white people, and that they're evil white men, and Christians are bad, and all the rest of it. Birds of Prey, I don't care. The trailer looked so bad. Yes. Well, it was such a big, it was a movie event. Rise of Skywalker is a string of Star Wars looking scenes strung together. Actually, they're not even strung together. It's just like, it seems like the Rise of Skywalker is more, by the way, I haven't seen it. Yes. See, that's the middle of Hollywood, where they were still trying to make good movies, but they were failing. It's the kind of yeah, we still have hope. There's still some soul left here. People are still trying. The prequel's in the middle, right? Yeah, exactly. At least they're trying, but they're failing. And now, there's nothing going on in Hollywood. It's all shit. It's all just overpaid, evil people, evil lefties, just doing their thing and not caring. They don't even care about their own industry. Here's your Captain Marvel right there. Captain Marvel 2019. This weekend last year, Captain Marvel opened. I don't know what you mean. The one you are just reading? Yeah. No, I'm not reading it. That's my brain saying that. It's just a bunch of scenes. They're not even strung together. They're not strung together. You'd have to have a story to string them together. They're just disjointed. It's like they're scenes from other movies. They're just scenes from other movies. I mean, nothing in, well, the movie just doesn't make any goddamn sense. But I checked out after The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens was so bad, I was like, fuck this. I have not even seen The Last Jedi. Imagine not even wanting to see a Star Wars movie because they are so bad now. That's where it is for me. I don't care about Star Wars. By the way, my name is Gary. Of course, Gary Project. That's my real first name. Have you been to my website? You should check out my website sometime. GaryProjects.com. I think there's a link in the description. Do you like horror movies? Unit Kills. Do you like horror movies? I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, Unit Killa. I was calling you Unit Kills. Yeah, I'm very familiar with the Fandom Menace and what they're doing over there, Comicsgate and Gamersgate. But I have to be honest. I would like to be accepted by the Fandom Menace as the Fandom Menace horror fan, horror movie fan. I'm the horror movie part of the Fandom Menace. But I don't know if they're... See, like, everybody in the Phantom Menace doesn't seem to be really interested in horror very much. So, whatever. What's your favorite horror movie? You know, I'm going to have to end this stream soon to grab something to eat. Maybe I'll be on later on today. I don't think I have a favorite horror movie, but on my website, I did make a list of all the top horror movies of all time. Here's the top horror movies of all time. Um, in my opinion, a definitive list of all the top horror movies of all time. I'm a horror fan, but horror has been being destroyed by identity politics too. Can you believe that? Horror movies are being destroyed by identity politics, just like everything else. Alien, Phantasm, hmm. Alien and Halloween, I completely agree. Phantasm, as a horror fan, I'm obligated to like it. So what I've decided to do with Phantasm is said, okay, I love the first movie, but that's all I'm going to lie about. That's how I describe Phantasm. There's something about it that has a beautiful charm to it. I really enjoy the quirky, wacky craziness of Phantasm. And because of there's something about the Phantasm that I do love, I really do genuinely love. Um, no, horror movies get made every month. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Identity politics is ruining horror. Identity politics is more destructive to horror than what's happening over in Geek Nerdville. Now there's horror nerds too. No, I completely disagree with you there. Jason Blum from Blumhouse is destroying horror movies. Now, there's other horror movies, and they're hit and miss. They're mostly crap as well. Some of them are okay. But Jason Blum, all of Jason Blum's horror movies are chock full of identity politics, and it's insane. Hey, do you remember The Hunt? I disagree. Remember The Hunt? Let's go to Breitbart and search for The Hunt. Oh, wait, what's going on? Where's my search? I don't know how to search. How do you search? There we go. Do you remember The Hunt? This is a Blumhouse movie. This is Jason Blumhouse. The Hunt. Elites kill deplorables in new horror film The Hunt. This is a Jason Blum horror movie where liberals, Democrats, actually trap conservatives and put them out on a hunting game reserve, and then they kill them. It got pulled from the theaters last year, and it's getting released next weekend. Now, again, I don't believe in censorship. Even at the time, I was like, let the movie happen so that we can... now, I have a feeling that this movie, because it got pulled, I bet you they went back to the editing room and they trimmed down the really bad politics of it. I bet you Jason Blum and Universal and all the rest of them edited the movie down. It's true. The leftists have gone crazy. We all have seen the leftists go crazy. Every time, just look at their hashtags on Twitter. Kill all white men. All this crap. They're not, the mask isn't even on anymore. They just don't care. They're just openly full of hate and murderous bigotry. Kill all white men, really? How many SJWs are going to say that before we connect the dots? So, And by the way, have you seen this? Um, okay, so Jason Blum is this guy here. This guy here. Okay? This is Jason Blum. BLUM. He owns the mostly horror production executive studio called Blumhouse Pictures. He is the owner of Blumhouse Pictures. He is known for small budget movies that mostly fail, but some hit now and again. This is Jason Blum, a Jewish movie studio owner. This is The Hunt guy. Get Out, First Purge, all sorts of horror stuff, all sorts. Now watch this.
Tell us what the concept of this movie is, and what is the take on it that makes it so much fun?
That Day is about a girl who has to solve her own murder after being trapped in a time loop.
But there's a lot of humor behind that. It's not just straight up scare.
Yeah, no. We wanted the movie to be scary. But we also felt that because of her situation, because she's trapped in the same day, and therefore becomes predictable. That in the effort to solve her own murder, she also can start manipulating things, and that really lent itself to the humor, I think, angle of it all, because she doesn't care anymore. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, that empowerment montage is like my favorite part.
Yeah.
So talk about the things that she.
Don't bring that up. Not allowed to bring that up. You have to. If you notice a pattern, you're not allowed to bring it up. Otherwise, you're a bigot.
She does when there's no consequences.
I mean, she's eating, whatever she wants. She's doing all the wish fulfillment things that we all have. She's, no concerns about calories in your body. She's walking around naked. She's telling people off. She's making amends. She kind of gets to sort of run the gamut and really gets to do everything that we all fantasize about doing.
What would you do if you had a day with no consequences?
I would do what she does. I would start by eating. I think I would just eat everything.
I would take it current administration.
That's a great answer.
Did you hear that? What would you do if you had a day of no consequences? Let me just rewind. You gotta understand how important that is, right?
What would you do if you had a day with no consequences?
I would do what she does. I would start by eating. I think I would just eat everything.
I would take it current administration.
That's a great answer.
And you see the chick asking the questions. Oh, that's a great answer. I would take out the current administration. This is Jason Blum from Blumhouse. He literally just got finished saying in this interview, he interrupts his director of the movie that they're producing to actually say that he would take out the current administration. Are you kidding me? And we're not supposed to notice the far left politics, being the hateful, murderous. I would take out the current administration. The words here are wrong because it's an auto-generated, but that's Jason Blum from Blumhouse. He is the biggest horror movie producer in Hollywood. He's the one behind The Hunt. And if you actually take a look at Jason Blum's recent history, it's chock full of extremist, far-left, murderous, evil, bigoted politics. Whatever they are, Hollywood lives in their little Hollywood bubble, and they preach about love and equality, and they love everybody they love, but then they're like, oh yeah, I just want to, and then You remember when the Covington Catholic kid with the MAGA hat wearing, the Indian guy comes up to him and banging his, and then the whole left, all of the left just became murderous. It was like, kill him, bomb his school, kill him. They literally wanted to lynch him for standing his ground and just smiling at some wacky old Indian banging a drum in his face. And they all went bloodthirsty. That's the left. And they won't look in the mirror. You wonder why I'm happy that Hollywood is going to flop? Listen to that again.
Fantasize about doing.
What would you do if you had a day with no consequences?
I would do what she does. I would start by eating. I think I would just eat and eat everything.
I would take
current
current
administration.
That's a great answer.
Oh, and then he laughs like, oh my God, we're actually joking about murdering the president. Isn't that funny? While we're selling our movie, our little silly horror movie, Happy Death Day. And look at him with the big grin on his face. Yeah, I would kill Donald Trump. It's the same shit, right? But yet we're supposed to ignore stuff like this and just go see their movies that are full of identity politics and hateful bigotry and gross, and they call you a Nazi and they call you this and they call you that. Or we're not even supposed to talk about, we're just supposed to consume. Whatever these people give you is just shut up and suck it up. Shut up and suck it up. Oh, it's already failing. This is it. They're done. They're done. It's over. This is the year. They have destroyed themselves. They have finally, now they're going to blame it on the coronavirus, right? They're going to blame it on the Chinese flu. But, headline, all of these movies, bomb after bomb after bomb, movie theaters start to close. The television channels, broadcast television companies start to consolidate. They start to pull cable packages, or maybe they just make cable television free for everyone. It all starts to go away. DVD and Blu-ray sales, they cut that out. It's all going to be electronic. It's all streaming services. They've lost it. They've lost the war. They have, like, he sits there in his multi-hundred-million-dollar grin on his face, right? Just, oh yeah, I would take out the current administration. It's fucking gross. And this is horror. This is the world of horror. Both. I think No Time to Die was, I think it's both. Let's be honest, both of them are good reasons to delay a movie, but the fact that they've left it this long is kind of stupid, but that's what they're doing now. You gotta remember, in the old days, before the computers and the internet, right? In the old days, when they finished making a film, they had to send it off to the distributor. And they literally had to make copies of it. Physical copies of that great big reel of all the film. And then they had to ship out that film worldwide to all of the movie theaters ahead of time. And there was just no way. But now, it's all computer, and you can literally create movies right up until distribution. Like Avengers Endgame added a scene to make a little bit of extra money to push it over Avatar. Cats. They made some mistakes in the movie, so they literally were able to finish making the movie and just, upload it to the distributor computer things, and then the movie theaters downloaded the edited version. They're literally still making the movies while they're in theaters. Yes, well, it's just like anything. If you give them the ability to procrastinate, see, like I said, in the old days, there was literally, this is the movie and that's it. It's now on a great big reel of film. And then they sent off that reel of film to the duplicators. That took time for them to manufacture all the copies and then send it out to all the movie theaters. Ship it out to all the movie theaters. You know, that took a long time. Yeah, well, see, if it's just like studying for a test or doing a project, you waited until the last minute, procrastinated, and if you have the time, you know, like even if you had the movie done or your project done a month early, you know, it was due tomorrow, and then you just look at it and you go, can I change anything? Oh shit, I found a mistake. Why don't we fix that? Yeah, all sorts of it. Now, it's not even a thing anymore, right? And another thing that I think has destroyed Hollywood, not all of it is just their politics, right? Most of it actually isn't their politics. All three of these people, right? Him and his smug little I would kill, take out the current administration, the director of this kind of mediocre movie that actually did pretty well. He's like kind of a flaky nothing of a person, just saying stupid shit. And then, of course, the girl asking the questions is the same, lives in the same bubble as anyone else. Yeah, we fucking want to kill all those frickin' Republicans. Just kill them all. Kill them all, those small town frickin' redneck. Kill them all. It's fucking disgusting. Grosses me out. But, yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, brother, but it's gross. Hollywood is going to start to close up shop soon. Their identity politics, their evil nature, their just evil ways, their stupid heads, you know, them covering up their bigotry, their hatred of people with just pretending to love other people. It's so fucking gross. And then you got gay guys making gay movies, you know, that say the stupidest things. Just flaky of nothing. I'm good. It's gone. It's gone. We'll substitute this with old movies. We'll substitute their industry with video games and YouTube and maybe reading old comic books or something. We'll go back into the past when things were actually good. We don't have to, like, one thing that these people needed to understand was there are literally millions of movies. There's literally millions of hours of television shows. Millions upon millions upon millions. If your business is just creating more of it, you have to be on our good side, because it would be, even if we wanted to just sit in our basement and watch movies all day, every day, even if there was 0 new ones, we would still be able to do it. We don't need new movies. We don't need new stupid horror movies. There are literally millions of stupid old horror movies that we could choose. We don't need the new ones. So it's all an idea. It is all a concept. And then when you say things like that,
by eating. I think I would just eat everything.
I would take current administration.
That's a great answer.
You went dark, but you went.
That's a great answer. I would kill Donald Trump. That's your everyday mind of a lefty. That's your everyday mind in Hollywood. This is, it's kind of nice that, see, this is why I don't believe in censorship. Because these people expose themselves. They let it out. Yeah, just kill them all. Oh, wait, aren't you supposed to be the sides of peace and love? No, just kill them all. Anyway. Okay. So, for everybody who is just watching this, I got kind of chatting with the guy or the gal over there in the chat window over there, and yeah. Anyway, just to summarize, the next week you're going to see on the front page of everything the beginning of the crack in the boat has shown itself, and the eyeballs are going to start to look at it, and it's going to be over. Hollywood is over. It doesn't matter. It's all over. Kids don't want to, they have repelled everybody with their garbage talk, like stuff like this. And they've shown their true face, the identity politics, and just the general decline, the competition that they have. They don't like to admit that video games are their competition, but they are. We don't care about what they have to offer. And the smart ones got out early. The 20th Century Fox guys, they got out early. And they were smart to sell out while people were still kind of stupid about the future of the industry. But this is it. This is the end. This is the end of Hollywood. And good riddance. Goodbye. See ya. Enjoy your stripper poles and waiting tables, or you can still make movies, but just take a zero off of your salary, and that's what you're going to be making now. Just take a zero off. Take a zero off of everything, and then you'll be able to convince the companies that still do have money to do streaming services and then pour money into Hollywood. But probably not. I have a feeling that that's not going to last for very long, because they're going to wake up too. Hollywood is killing itself, and when you see executives in charge of entire studios talk like this, you just have to say, well, good riddance. I'm glad the industry is dying, because this is the kind of bullshit that it creates. And he very specifically only works with other people that agree with him. Like, this guy just laughed about assassinating the president. Oh, and then the gal behind the camera. Oh, that's such a good idea. Why don't we all just get together and assassinate Donald Trump? Because they're all fucking empty-headed, retarded, vacuous, loser, pathetic, lefty, commie filth. And nobody has any... Rupert Murdoch. The people who own 20th Century Fox. Disney bought it. They got out early. Anyway, yes, it's all going to die soon. The entertainment industry. Hollywood is dead. Hollywood equals dead. Gone. It's over. They're going to become... Blumhouse is going to become a YouTube channel. They're going to take a zero off of all of their budgets, a zero off of all of their profits. Actually, he won't be able to do that much. But then all of the big guys are going to squish him out of existence, because he's already got the low budget thing going on. But the big guys, the big budget guys, are going to be the new low budget guys in town. So this guy is going to have to disappear. And they don't care. The Fox guys, 20th Century Fox. Those guys saw the writing on the wall and said, we need to get out early so we can make all the money. And they did. And Disney paid them $70 billion for 20th Century Fox. They suckered Disney into buying. That's why I think Bob Iger is done. 20th Century Fox is never that they overpaid by 10 times. They overspent on 20th Century Fox beyond anything, and it was a dying company in a dying industry. This entire industry is dead, and he's just going to quicken. It's just going to make it happen faster with ideas like this. And then you add this to The Hunt and everything else, it's all over. This is all it. It's all over, folks. It's all gone. It's all dead. It's all goodbye. Anyway, thanks for joining us for the stream. If you want to give me all your money, there's a link down there in the description, or you can just go visit the website. You can do all sorts of things. And we'll see you maybe later. Okay? I'm going to end this stream now. We will talk to you later. Bye now.